Lawyer Helen Rella, who advises corporations and governments doing business in the U.S. and overseas, for more on who can legally require people to get the vaccine. Good morning to you, Helen. Thanks so much for being with us.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
And you know, this is interesting. So many people are already talking about this, and the big question everyone has, can employers require their employees to have the vaccine before coming back to work?
And the answer to that question is generally speaking going to be yes. Because employers set the terms and conditions of employment, employers are going to be able to require that their employees get the vaccination. Now, that said, there will be exceptions to that. An employee may ask for an accommodation under either the Americans with Disabilities Act, asserting that they have some medical condition that prevents them from being vaccinated, or they might claim an exemption under Title VII, claiming that they have a sincerely held religious belief that would prevent them from being vaccinated. But other than those two instances, the answer we anticipate will be yes.
Well, and then that kind of, from that, could governments and public schools require you to also get the vaccine?
The consensus now seems to be that the government is not going to go down that route, although there is some precedent for the notion that public safety outweighs individual liberties. But we haven't yet taken that road. The more likely course is that it's going to be a very strong recommendation.
I think for a lot of people, hearing that you're going to have to get the vaccine to go to work is really concerning. There are already a huge allotment of people who are kind of against vaccines. Do you expect that we'll start to see lawsuits pushing back on this?
Well, you never know. You never know. We do know that, in fact, that in certain sectors, for example, in the healthcare industry, flu vaccinations have already been mandated, and employees in those fields have been required and successfully required to take the vaccination in order to continue to work. If there will be lawsuits, it remains to be seen.
What about in places where people are paying to go, not being paid to be there? Places like airplanes and sports arenas. Can the vaccine be required for admittance into those kinds of places?
I think that given the severity of the pandemic, getting the vaccine is going to become almost commonplace. There is an anticipation that foreign governments may require certification of vaccination, perhaps appended to a passport, in order to enter the country. So the more that this continues, it's going to be difficult to navigate in society without having the vaccine. So it's going to become a matter of course. But yes, there is a likelihood that you may be required in certain instances to take the vaccination or to show proof of the vaccination. That
seems to flow in line with what we've seen for having to get shots to go visit certain countries already at this point. My other question, could there be some exemptions? Like, would those just be for medical reasons, or could there also be exemptions for moral or religious reasons that people could lean on in this moment if they feel anxiety about getting a vaccine?
Yes, well, as I said earlier, in the workplace, the two exemptions that are applicable are either a medical exemption under the Americans with Disabilities Act or a religious exemption under Title VII.
All right, Helen Rella for us. Thank you. Some really interesting information, and I'm sure we're going to see this play out more in the coming days. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.